It's XCOM2. We are back, and I think today we're going to take on Operation Atmospheric Thorn. Before we get into that though, we've got some tired and wounded to be considerate of. We've got 5 days before this mission expires, which is kind of nice, so we absolutely want to take it. It will counter the Wild Hunt Dark event. It's likely that the Warlock, Jax Her Naylor the Light Butcher, will show up on this. Last time we ran a pretty successful extraction mission, and one of the big rewards for that was we got a scanning site that will give us an engineer. Just aliens sneaking in, a bit of progress on the Avatar project there. Which I'm starting to get a little bit antsy about. 5 more pips and then we enter the countdown. We are waiting for a few things, but the plan was to make contact with New Brazil and then move over to West Africa, which will open up access to this black site. So I think whilst we let that 5 days tick down, just a little bit, we have got the infirmary staffed, and then we've got quite a few folks coming off of being wounded. So Spacey will be back in action, Shannon will be back in action. I don't think we'll see Aethel, because we'll probably take the mission before 4 days is out. Rami and Nacho come back though, and potentially Tactical as well, although I think we said last time Tactical and Grim are probably going to be out for a little while given the fact that their will is currently ridiculously low. So yeah, we're going to scan just until we get Rami and Nacho and Spacey and Shandon back on deck, as that will give us a bit more in the way of options for taking on that assault mission. We've also got a round of promotions off the back of the last mission we did, so we'll take a quick look at those before we get back to scanning. So Kerwin is up now to Sergeant, our first Sergeant Tech Specialist, because we're currently really low on Tech Specialists. We have got Mufus coming into play as a Tech Specialist soon, but Mufus will just be a squaddy, so we'll need to get some work done there. There's a few interesting options for the Tech Specialist as time goes on. I really like Overload. It increases the cooldown time on combat protocol, but it ups its damage to mechanical enemies a substantial amount and makes Kerwin that little bit more effective at just absolutely annihilating mechs. Extended signal range opens up squad sight capability for those protocols and any sniper rifles that we would potentially have Kerwin using, and silent motors just enables Kerwin here to remain concealed when the rest of the squad breaks concealment, and means that their protocols don't break concealment any longer, as well as a few differences to the detection radius as well. So that's kind of nice. I think though, for Kerwin, given that we can make use of this 77 aim with the shorter range on the bullpup, moving Kerwin into a sort of like frontline kind of mech specialist, probably the right decision. Maybe we can think about something else for Mufus once we get him up and running. So we'll take the upgraded combat protocol there. Gwen got a promotion after the first mission that they went on with us, which is super nice. I think I'm just going to run with Marauder, I can't say that word apparently. Just for now. Gwen's also got 15 AP in the bank, which means looping back for something, e.g. Safeguard or potentially Shield Charge, wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing that we could do either. Who else got a promotion? Zari got a promotion up to Capitan, and I think Opportunist is kind of nice. The +2 damage to flank targets would generally mean that if we used Zari to open up a fight, which isn't unheard of for sure, then he's potentially going to be dealing +2 damage to the open target. However, I am kind of thinking between vital point targeting and weapon specialist. Vital point targeting is just a buff to the rest of the squad. Zari marks a target, then they're more likely to be critical hit, and they take additional damage, which is really nice. Alternatively, we can just make it so Zari deals more damage across the board. And I'm looking at the banked AP here and planning ahead a little bit for sure. But I'm going to go with Weapon Specialist just for now. More damage now ain't so bad. And there was one more. Dirthel, one of our sappers, is up to Lieutenant. +1 to grenades, explosion radius. Salvo is probably going to be what we go for. And flashbangs are a little bit more flashbanging. Salvo just means that Dirthel can launch a grenade and then take an action, which is insane because it would mean that if we really needed it, Dirthel could actually launch 2 grenades in one turn. Although the additional explosion radius is kind of nice. Thinking about actions, being able to potentially launch 2 grenades in one turn is super useful. So yeah, I think that is all of our promotions, which is grand. We'll finish scanning for this intel because it's basically done, and then we are going to move on to scanning for the engineer up there.
Avenger plotting new course.
Because at long last, engineers seem to be coming out of the woodwork. They've been told, hey, XCOM need engineers, and they're all gone from being like, well, we're not really bothered actually. Another assault mission to neutralize a field commander. That will neutralize the collectors. This is now a bit of a trick because I don't know that we can take both of these assault missions. 4 days on both. Maybe we'll be fine actually. This covert infiltration, it's 200% max infiltration as well.
Avenger plotting new course.
So I'm just kind of hoping that, like, if we were in a scenario where we wanted to take both of these assault missions, and given the dark events that they'd be countering, kind of do, we just need to have enough people available, which is a little bit of a something for sure. 3 days and 39 hours. We're not going to rescue this scientist, unfortunately. And that flashing red is just going to upset me. I think if we were to wait 28 hours for behind enemy lines to finish, these are squaddies, which isn't the best thing in the world, but we would be looking at a much stronger squad. We could theoretically do that. 28 hours leaves 10 hours left on the transmitter, which then would leave 20 hours left on the field commander assault. Or maybe we run this mission now. Decisions. Let's wait. And another assault mission. Good lord, we are being absolutely overrun. And all of these are to counter the dark events. So I think we are going to have to make a decision. Realistically, we could definitely counter 1. In an ideal scenario, we counter 2. And I think countering 3 is just not really likely to happen. I think the collectors and rapid response are probably the most threatening. Wild Hunt is more of an annoyance than it is a threat. So it means that we're just going to be dealing with the Chosen a lot. But that is a complication in and of itself for sure. But I'm kind of thinking between Wild Hunt and Rapid Response, what is the bigger complication? And Wild Hunt is, yes, it's a chosen, but it's one enemy, with the potential for, like, you know, a couple of adds here and there if the chosen decides to bring them in. Whereas Rapid Response is an unknown number of enemies in an unknown formation. And you know, I've in my head, like, if I was to catastrophize this, which I absolutely am going to, because, you know, worst case scenario and all that, I'm just picturing, like, the squad being pinned down and having a bad time, and then 3 mechs, or, I don't know, a codex or something crazy dropping down as a reinforcement and really ruining our day. So I guess Rapid Response and the Collectors are the ones that we ideally want to counter. The reason for the Collectors just being a sort of no-brainer is because it makes covert ops that much more difficult to run safely, as it will just make it so each covert op has that significant chance of capture appearing. So that's Wild Hunt, that's the Collectors, and then destroy the alien relay. We could, depending on how things go, we could, in theory, counter all of these, but the issue there is that we are potentially going to see a retaliation mission as well. So we need to have people ready for that. So then, I think the Collectors is the definite counter that we want. So we're going to run Operation Chocolate Pistol. Now this is the Assassin, which means we're going to want the Templar to come along, as the Templar does do increased damage to the Assassin. So yeah, let's gear up and roll out for Operation Chocolate Pistol. And I think to start us off, we'll just go for a full on equip and make all of our upgrades available. What's our objective? Neutralize a field commander. So we're going to want to kind of move a bit, and our map is a sewer because subways and sewers seem to be where the team live right now. So we said we want a Templar, which is for sure. We've got Tactical available, which is honestly impressive considering you had like 5 will a few hours ago. I think we'll field Spacey for this first one as our field medic. Kalani as a sapper, or Brenwan, could go either way. We'll bring Kalani on this one. A Phalanx wouldn't hurt us at all. I think we'll let Gwen get a little bit more rest, and we'll bring Sinatra on this one. Kind of feeling like we want a combat engineer, in particular for a sewer, nice close quarters. And then for that final slot, it's basically a choice. I'm not going to bring the assault infantry because we've already got the Templar as that close range specialist, and that bond with tactical means that we could use these guys on the next mission. Shandon, I'd like to get a bit more will recovery in the bank if possible. So actually here I'm looking at Kerwin. Kerwin did really well on the previous mission we ran, so yeah, I think this is going to be the squad. So let's quickly throw some armor on these guys. We'll not give Predator armor to Sinatra because they've already got a decent level of shielding. Although with that said, yeah, 145 supplies ain't the greatest amount. Maybe we do want to give the Predator armor there. I suppose the question I'm asking myself is how much am I going to regret it? Let's see what our gearing looks like without it, and then decide, I guess, is the right call. Improvised mag rifle for Spacey. 15 bullpup. Guess we could run the AUG shotgun on Kalani. Does have that armor. We'll need a nanoscale. You'll need a medkit. Our blue screen rounds are a bit of a tough decision, actually. We'll give the mag grenade to Kalani, and we should have a advanced grenade launcher. We do. Keep the frost grenade on Nacho, I think. Nacho will need a nanoscale vest, and Lunko. Lunko, I'm kind of thinking of the blue screen rounds with. But then what we could do, just to really roll things a little bit further, we'll get the lightweight frame on Lunko. We'll put the experimental magazine on the cannon, and yeah, we'll have Lunko as our blue screen rounds. Chap, which means that we can get another frag grenade in there. You'll need a gauntlet Mark II. And then outside of weapon upgrades, I think that's probably our loadout. So then, Tempest gauntlets are psionic conduit. Next psionic ability of free action. Ooh. So could we like just use this and then keep it in reserve? I wonder. I guess we'll find out. We'll have Soulfire there just as an extra bit of guaranteed range damage for Nacho as well. For Spacey, we'll go with the... Actually, we'll come back to Spacey. I wanted to see what we can do with the bullpup and the shotgun first. Advanced reflex and wildcat. Do we want the wildcat or do we want speed loader? No, the wildcat, I think. Hopefully we won't regret not having access to immediate speed loads. Advanced laser sight, sure, and I guess wildcat's here as well. And then for the mag rifle, then 2 extra mobility with a reduction in aim. Actually, I'm feeling the mobility will come in handy. We'll get the speed loader here, and then I think the reflex sight will do something at least. We haven't got an auto pistol upgrade. Not really bothered, to be honest. And we don't need anything on the arc thrower either. So I think this is it. We've got a gas grenade, and everyone's got the nanoscale vests. So any other upgrades that might potentially come in handy? EMP grenades wouldn't go amiss. Maybe we... How much is that going to set us back though? 25 supplies. We probably want one regardless, even if we don't need it on this mission. I think we'll run an EMP on Sinatra there. But I think that's it. Operation Chocolate Pistol, Nacho, Spacey, Kalani, Sinatra, Lunko, and Kerwin. Let's make some magic happen. Neutralizing an Advent General. So we got to locate the target and then kill said target before it's able to escape. Luckily for us, the mission timer on this won't start until we... I can't remember off the top of my head if it's if we break concealment or if we engage the field commander. So I guess we'll find out. as we go into another sewer. This time, we've been to Grande. Is it Grand or Grande? That's the question. I'm sure we've been here before.
We're going to make sure he never leaves there alive. Once you hit the ground, find our target and eliminate him as quickly as possible. Menace 1-5, we're tracking the Advent General and his escorts, but we don't have an exact fix on their location. Sweep the area and eliminate the target along with any other hostiles that stand in your way.
Thank you, Central. Unfortunately, Kerwin's decided to land behind everyone else, which is super annoying considering they're probably our highest. But actually, looking at that, Lonco's got 14 mobility too. Spacey's on 17. Oh my goodness. Okay, Spacey. Marathon runner. I guess we'll head to the left. And I don't like this little corridor, though. Yeah, I don't like this I don't like these tight quarters at all, actually. Instead, then... Well, do you see anything? I guess is the first question we want to answer. No. That room... Maybe. It's tough making decisions. Hold on. Can we get anyone else up to this wall and just get a little bit more vision? Sinatra, yes. Is there anyone that's not gonna Let's bring Nacho here.
Decision. Heading there now.
And actually, we'll just
Time to motor.
We'll just take it a little bit easy. We aren't on a timer yet.
Got it. Time to motor.
It's a very yellow shield that Sinatra's got there. I love it. Didn't see anything, well, or rather hear anything. So then, maybe we could check this corner.
Heading out.
And we can have Lunko check this one.
On the move.
Okay, so far so good. I guess then we are going to head in this direction, because this is quite a... I don't know if it's a small map, but it's not a wide map. Or tall, depending on which way you look at it. Perspective is everything, after all.
Let's do this.
Alright, we'll move up this way. We'll bring Spacey just a touch more forward.
Moving to designated position.
Cool. And then I think we'll commit Nacho to... Well, that's not actually ideal, because we want Nacho up front. So instead we'll bring Nacho here. Same with Kalani and Sinatra. You're not really going to get to where we need you to be this turn, which is fine.
Getting it done. They're moving nearby.
We have selected the correct direction. I wonder then... First question, can Spacey see anything from here? No. Well, what about from up here? Also no, that's... I guess fine. I think...
Moving.
I'm going to assume that if they're not in this immediate area, then this sort of location is probably where our first group of enemies is going to be. Pull up to this door, Sinatra. Okay, we are still not seeing anything interesting. In which case...
On the move. I'll go quickly.
And Spacey can catch up.
On Overwatch. There's something out there.
It's on the poster of Shandon, from the looks of things. So it's coming from here, which means that if anyone's going to get a visual on something down this way, it's going to be spacey. So I guess we'll take a look. The tension before the fighting begins.
Okay,
Ah,
I've got enemy movement here.
all right.
Objective in range.
That's... I'm less enthusiastic already. Woof. Okay, what we got here then? We've got an assault trooper, a codex, and an advanced assault trooper, and an advanced trooper. That is so much health for us to have to chew through. And then our priority target is this way. So actually, maybe we want to... Question is, how much can you see from there? Loco, can you...
Moving.
Alright, perfect. We know this pack's here, which is fine. I'm really glad we brought the blue screen rounds and the EMP grenade, seeing as that codex is potentially going to cause us some problems. Nacho probably wants to be... Well, let's think. I think we can get away with taking this fight first.
I can do that.
It is going to pretty much be dependent on which way these guys run.
Go, go,
However, we'll bring Sinatra back there. We'll set up the Overwatch with Lunko and then Kerwin.
go. Location confirmed.
We'll put down just with Nacho. And hope that Spacey doesn't get caught unawares here, because that would be quite unfortunate. Fortunately, got a way out. So let's just park Spacey there. Our general didn't move from the looks of things. They can still see, I'm going to assume, Sinatra. We know you're there. So we need to move Sinatra. That would reveal us. I'm wondering if this reveals us, but even if it didn't, if these guys carry on in this direction, which they probably will if we opened up on this, then they're going to spot us. So, how then do we want to play this? Do we want to open up with the flamethrower where we know they are? That's not the worst opening. But if they came around, we do need to move Sinatra regardless, because he can be spotted. Guess we'll just play it safe. Just keep you out of harm's way there. They haven't got a visual on us anymore, so Kalani can move in for a shotgun blast potentially. I think we're going to open up on the flamethrower. I hope I'm not completely mistaken and the general is where I'm expecting it to be. I'm loath to run Lunko in a little bit closer, because if they then get out of flamethrower range, we miss the opportunity. But equally, it would probably be the safer option, because we are wide open to... We know these guys are probably going to come in, and leaving anyone along this wall... I think Sinatra and Spacey are fine as they are, but these guys are all wide open for flanking. Let's do it.
Heading there now. We're busted!
Launch
Yeah, just as I was worried about, our flamethrower is suddenly a lot less effective in what we're trying to achieve. Not the end of the world, though. I think the stun lancer needs to go. Lungo's looking at some pretty abysmal shots, unfortunately. And we're not going to be able to make the most of Nacho's AoE rend. So I think we just, hopefully, at least, catch the kill. Top marks to Nacho. What would be quite nice is positioning Nacho here, because unless I am mistaken, yeah, Blade Storm is available. If we put Nacho here, if the general moves, then Nacho will Blade Storm the general on the next turn. Or on the general's turn, I should say. Kalani then. Gives you... I don't want to use an explosive if we can at all avoid it.
Seems doable.
The general will return fire on anyone that fires at him. It doesn't look like we can get Kerwin into full cover, unfortunately. Or rather, full cover. In fact,
I'm going.
we can get Kerwin into full cover. We'll run this shot to trigger the return fire.
Adjusting aim. I can't move.
And now, Kalani should be able to take this coin flip. We didn't land it, unfortunately.
Shut wide.
But at least we got rid of the return fire. Spacey and Sinatra are just going to have to go on an overwatch to keep an eye on the flank. I don't care for 25% at all. So what we'll do is bring Nacho right in for the Blade Storm trigger next to go around and suppress the general.
Stay put. We're picking up an inbound advent transport. The aliens are going to try and extract the general from the AO. Don't let them get on board that ship.
Didn't land a hit on the suppression, but the Blade Storm did a respectable amount of damage for sure. Where are these guys is now the question. Lunko can potentially activate the next pack, which happens. Where's the Codex? Wait, is this the same pack? Maybe this is a different set of enemies. 65? That's still not terrific. The good news is that we don't need Kerwin this go around. I'm holding the combat protocol
Whatever you say.
for that codex. So actually we'll do the same trick again where we use Kerwin to cause the return fire.
That was close. Bring in ammo fast.
And then 8%. Send him home if you wouldn't mind, please, Lunko. Good show.
Hostile neutralized. Menace 1-5, kill confirmed. That's how it's done. We need to clear the area of any remaining hostiles. We can't allow them to recover
And now
the
this.
general's body.
Let's see if we can get... We can't get a fuse because I guess these guys aren't carrying grenades. Oh, you are carrying a grenade, but... no targets available. Interesting. They have got grenades, we just can't seem to fuse them right now, which is not the most fun thing. Soldiers will reduce by 7. Soldiers will fall below Okay. That's kind of cool then. Do we just go for a guaranteed kill on that guy then? I'm not too enthusiastic about the fact that they're carrying grenades. Nor am I enthusiastic about our general positioning in relation to them, because I'm worried that if we were to move here, we're going to activate another pack. What kind of grenade action are we looking at? Not very good grenade action.
Whatever you
I
say.
think we'll bait these guys towards us if we can do so.
Scanning.
We'll bring Spacey here
You say.
and Sinatra
Whatever you
here.
say.
Sinatra actually not the worst shot in the world, 55%. Hold it for now. Do we just trigger a Bolt? Bolt would theoretically get rid of this guy, actually. We need the 6, so
You will bear my mark.
I guess the Volt's worth a try. Okay, we didn't land that. In fact, we got the lowest damage roll we could, which isn't the best.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Hopefully, though... Yeah, we Overwatch.
Come get some.
This brings them in a bit closer. Great shot.
They're all over me.
Don't shoot Sinatra. Oh. Alani. You shouldn't have.
You know that was good. Wow.
Okay, that went really well. It's almost as if it went according to plan. Lunko gets a good shot on this assault trooper from good cover. And more importantly, I think actually what I was looking for there is if there was anything going to activate. Doesn't look like it, which is good. Take the 83. Excellent crit, shredded some armor.
My ammo's running low.
All in all, a slap up meal, I would say. Nice work, Lunko. We'll...
I'm going.
Can you repeat that long range trick you just did? I very much doubt it. Yeah, I didn't think so.
It's still moving.
Brings it down into a potential kill from Nacho, though, which is important. 69%? Never had any doubt in my mind, actually, Sinatra. Great job. I think that thing's going to have to move. Could potentially get a kill with Bolt. Maybe we get Spacey in the mix, although still concerned about something else appearing.
I'm going.
That was 69%. Perfect.
Found something. Did you see that one?
That was some by the book shooting, that
Seems
was.
doable.
Right, let's just hold position and see if we make any new
I'm
friends.
ready.
And you know what, Natch, just you just
Hold
hunker
in this
down.
position.
New friends indeed. Oh. Oh no. Something else is in these sewers. The Viper Prince Chrome Dome. Not the king, but nevertheless threatening. This kind of sucks as well. However, oops. Okay. That's not my favorite cover. But I need Kalani to move in order to move people forward. Or do I? Maybe not. Maybe we bring Kerwin here. And then... I'm not too enthusiastic about that combat protocol, actually. Because that's going to force the codex to split. Gas grenades isn't going to be useful. Because these are all immune to poison. We have got these additional advanced troopers to be wary of as well, and I've actually just put Kerwin in a nasty flank. Okay, pull back.
No problem, boss.
How do we want to play this? What kind of range has this EMP got? And is the codex even... Like, I'm acting as if this codex is mechanical, but now I'm not convinced. I guess, like, it's not mechanical. It just does mechanical stuff. What kind of connection can you make? We can't get... we could get those two. I'm more enthusiastic about stripping all of the armor from the Viper Prince. And getting a bit of damage on these two hatchlings as well. Yeah, let's do this. Right. We can't bring Sinatra there because that's going to go boom. Lunko has to move as well. I think... close but no cigarillo. On the one hand, yes, this is half cover, but Lunko has got the shielding. What do we gain from here versus here? Setting aside the loot for a sec. We can guarantee some damage with the flamethrower from here, from what these, at least one of these troopers. And it sets up a little bit of a better rocket launch on the next turn, so I think we're gonna go half cover, grab the loot. And then, yeah, you can't connect with both of those guys, unfortunately. What about Roust, actually? What's that going to achieve for us? Can we get a connection on the hatchling and the trooper? We can. Okay, I guess that's what we do then. That'll force the trooper to move. More importantly, it kills the hatchling. Nacho, Spacey, and Sinatra left. Sinatra's actually got some shots to shoot.
I'm going.
57's not the worst for a free action. Take that. Okay.
Come on, focus.
Don't know how much damage. That's just not going to deal any damage to that. Although, is it? I don't know. What happens if we split up the codex? Actually, here's what we can do. Let me just think about... So range on this, pretty good. Got one helicopter throwing arm, which is very positive. What kind of range is that? That's... I'm wondering if Nacho can land a frost bomb on the Codex from here, and I feel like yes, because we've got impressive strength. Taking impressive strength for the HP, but using it to freeze a Codex is alright by me. We have got a quick reload on Spacey to be mindful of. I think against my better judgment, I'm going to test the EMP on the Codex. Hopefully this isn't a waste. Okay, it does the damage. Perfect. Then all that remains is Spacey. Probably going to get a better shot from here. And we're not running significant risk of you being flanked. The freeze on the Codex does stop it from splitting. 40% is not my favorite. The Codex is going to be frozen for at least another turn, so if we're going to take a 40% shot, then I'm more enthusiastic about the Viper hatchling. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, perfect. Great hit. Great hit.
That was good.
That was close.
Okay. Ouch. That sucks. At least it didn't land too.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Right then. We can run Spacey if we wanted to, but instead I think we take this frag grenade to, although I'm not that enthusiastic about the trooper loot being lost if we do that. Sinatra's got a really clean shot on the Codex. Less so on the guy in the back. We could run the Overwatch with Sinatra, because I kind of want Sinatra a little bit more up front. So if we bring Sinatra here, Overwatch misses, which is a super positive experience. And then, yeah, we just get rid of the Codex then.
You know that was good.
Lunko's got another round of fire in the chamber. I don't know if this is going to land the hit that we need. Come back to that. Actually then, you can't combat protocol the guy that I want you to combat protocol. However, you've also taken a bit of damage. But let's move Kerwin up a bit and get that. Still can't land the hit, huh? Alright, fine. We can gas grenade, maybe? Come back to Kerwin. Nacho doesn't get a rend this turn, which sucks. So we need to move Nacho forward regardless. Let's just park Nacho with Sinatra. Could fuse that guy. Don't really want to do that. I think we just vault it.
A lasting strike.
That's that taken care of. Which leaves Spacey, Lunko, Kalani, and something with Kerwin. I guess you need a reload, which isn't ideal. Spacey doesn't, but can't get to where I'd like him to be. Kalani's got a round in the chamber with the shotty. Not very good round in the chamber with the shotty, but a round in the chamber nonetheless. Maybe Kalani's best use case is going to be on the Viper Prince. What kind of shot does Spacey have? 62 is not the worst. In fact, can we make that better?
I can handle that.
70, okay. That's cool. How much health does that leave that guy on then? 2. Which means we mine it. And we can just reload. Lunko, take advantage of this smoke. And then actually hunker down for now. We'll run a protocol on Kalani and Kerwin. I feel like Nacho might actually be in the line of fire here more than anyone else, but we'll see. And actually we're just going to reload Kalani. And then going to hold the frag. Just because if this thing moves,
Affirmative, covering now.
that's unfortunate. Now it's dead. And reinforcements. Okay. Not a small number of reinforcements either. Yikes. Hard lines on that.
Not too shabby.
I guess the third one went back out of sight.
Good.
Sinatra did take the shot that we wanted, but the shields is looking a little bit unhealthy. Annoyingly, this thing didn't move. I want to try and get Lunko into a reasonable position to actually get some work done on that if we can. Nacho, I think, could potentially get a kill on this thing, and then we can use momentum to put him in a bit of better position. We can't go that direction with it, so this is... Oh, we can go this direction though. Cool. Yeah, let's do this.
Will pay the price.
Alas, you didn't get the kill. But we can go for a momentum into that smoke on condition Lunko can deal with this hatchling. Which I'm not super enthusiastic about. Maybe we grenade. And then Spacey cleans it up. Kalani should have a shot on... It doesn't actually, that's annoying. Kalani just doesn't have a shot to take. Unless we go here.
No problem, boss.
Get rid of that hatchling. Nice.
Well, how about
And we'll taunt. Oh, I really need to reload if we want to do that. That's annoying.
locked and loaded?
Okay, we'll come back to Sinatra. Okay. We know that there's a third little dude somewhere. I think we're going to grenade with Lunko here. That removes the cover. And then Spacey's got 96%. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Big crit as well, huh?
Could use some ammo over here.
Which means that we can get Nacho into cover here, although that's going to be flankable. from wherever this little dude ran. So maybe we actually go for just next to Lunko. Sinatra is going to need a little something something. Maybe we blind this thing. Kind of feel like we probably should have saved that for a potential grapple, but hunker down Kerwin, and then Sinatra, shield wall.
Stay put. Incoming over here.
That's why we reloaded. Nice shot as well. And again.
I'm pinned down here.
Ah, miss. Alas,
Missed the target.
we don't get a third round of return fire, unfortunately. Still,
I can't move.
3-7 damage there. Am I making up that there was another Viper? I guess I was, because there's actually only one enemy active. So that's, like, I'm fine with that. Let's get Lunko
Rolling.
to grab this loot, and then potentially in a flamethrower position.
I'm sure the docs will want to see this.
Alas, we are just out of range. Coin flip though, hold that because maybe we suppress. Natch can... Where does Nacho run to? I guess here?
Suffer my rage.
We've got Kalani for the guaranteed damage in a situation where it uses its snake antics, which is now the name, the official name for that grabby thing that they do. I really like it if this cover got blown up. Worth a try. I don't think we will blow it, but it's worth a try. Yeah, no such luck. Okay then. We are going to suppress. I think we'll
Ready to
get a reload on Kerwin. And honestly, we might as well just combat protocol. Guaranteed damage is better than non-guaranteed. This thing should potentially be in portal range, which isn't the best. I prefer to kill it, but I'll take it running away. If we moved Spacey here, we are running quite far away from... I kind of want to keep Spacey near Sinatra, actually, thinking about it, so we'll just take the 42. Yeah, no such luck there.
Guns dry.
We'll go for the taunt shield wall,
in position.
and then a suppression.
Blasting that target.
Don't run away from us. God, that's really annoying.
The invaders move against me.
At least Nacho there was only 13% likely to take a hit. That's really infuriating that it's come all the way back here. What kind of moves can we make then? I guess we'll bring Lunko forward. Well, we're just going to have to move forward, I guess. I'd love it if
Will do.
it went for Sinatra and came out of there. So we'll put Sinatra in the half cover to see if we can bait that out. Spacey no longer has a clear path to Sinatra,
Good to go.
so I think we do need to move Spacey. We'll bring Spacey down there. And Kalani be the worst thing in the world to set up an Overwatch on Kerwin and Kalani from here. Not that excited about the half cover on Kalani, but we'll take it for now. Lunko's got a rubbish shot, so that's that. And I guess we'll just run a slap from Nacho. We can get Nacho out of sight. And then we set up another suppression.
I'm all right.
0% chance to hit's always great fun to see. Suppression's doing some good work for us here. Alright, we just move forward then. So I guess we'll bring Sinatra up front. We'll get a reload and we'll use Lunko for another suppression next go round.
Whatever you say.
I guess Nacho can take another lump.
Power of the Templars.
That's potentially going to be a poison, but it's not the worst thing that could happen if it does decide to poison. If we bring Spacey here,
I'm on it.
if it comes around this corner, then we overwatch it. And I think a 60% lightning rounds is worth a go. Okay, maybe it wasn't worth a go. What do I know? Shield wall one more time. And suppression one more time. And then the overwatch. And overwatch. And it's summoned to the gate, which is fine. I'd really like to get some significant damage out on it now then. So it shouldn't fire back. 43 sucks. Yikes. Let's put Sinatra here just in case it does decide to have a bite off a Spacey. We'll use Shadowfall because we've got no reason not to. Good news about this thing is that it doesn't react like the King does. It's just a box standard. We aren't going to get 34 damage into it. I don't think. Would be incredibly unlikely. Stranger things have happened at sea, I suppose. We'll pull you back here. I think Kerwin and Kalani probably
Seems doable.
the most they're going to be able to do from where they are is an Overwatch. 48% from Spacey. Lands a graze, which is better than nothing. Kind of shot as Lunko got. Can we get you a bit closer, Lunko? Actually, let's just be a little bit crazy in order to get the guaranteed flamethrower damage out. Because I'm pretty confident it's going to run. The more damage we do now, the weaker it'll be next time we see this thing.
Come get some.
That's an extra 10 damage. And it's out of there. Chocolate Pistol is over. I think that was pretty well handled on the Prince there overall. MVP for Nacho. That went surprisingly swimmingly, all said and done. I'm actually kind of impressed at the amount of damage Kalani was able to put out, because I didn't think Kalani had much to do in that, but I guess I was wrong. Sinatra showing us that phalanxes are brilliant. Lunko showing us that engineers are brilliant. And Kerwin actually putting in a reasonable amount of work on support. I know there was only 6 damage dealt by Kerwin there, but tech specialist, definitely more of a support unit than it is a let's gun down all of the dudes unit. Considering that was a relatively straightforward mission, it did take us a bit of time to get through, simply because, you know, can't really rest around whenever one of those rulers or mini rulers, as we've just dealt with, appears. Not sure we got any promotions that time round.
Let's hope they all go that smooth, Commander.
Oh, we did.
Nice work.
What am I saying? Cohen's out for 3 days, which is so bad. Everyone's on full will, which is really positive. It might mean that we can counter 3 dark events rather than the 2. For Spacey, we'll go with the guaranteed disorient from the Arc Thrower. It's an answer to the old Overwatchers. For Kalani, Demolition actually would have done a lot of work for us on that mission. So I think we've got a lot of options for suppression on most people now. And for Kerwin, I actually quite like Disruption Field. Although neutralizing agents is quite nice as well, removing acid, burning, poison if we use aid protocol, and it increases the radius. Disruption Field is quite nice just to be able to run Overwatchers. But I think that's a tough one. See, removing active shields is nice as well. Probably going to start seeing some more shields. So actually, you know what? Let's roll the EMP. Got another Codex brain out of that. I'll take another expanded magazine as well, for sure. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. And a new autopsy to do on the Advanced Assault Trooper. Happy days. And we have completely countered the Collectors, which is really useful.
If you come across any skilled recruits out there,
Don't tell me that we're low on
always use
engineers,
the help
please.
in engineering.
New traits as well. That's for Nacho and I'm not sure who else. So Nacho is now ferocious. That's kind of awesome. Nacho is too angry to die. If they experience a lethal blow, they'll survive the damage, become berserk, and immune to incoming damage for the rest of their turn. Berserk is interesting. It's got a chance of just hitting anything within targetable range. But that's kind of nice. Makes Nacho a lot harder to kill. And who else got a trait there? It was Sinatra, who can now deal additional damage to Faceless, which is kind of nice because they've got lots of HP that we need to chew through. Cool. We'll leave things there. Next time, it's probably going to be straight into another assault mission. Considering we've got 10 folks on deck. But we'll take a look at what the squad's looking like and then figure it out. But as always, thank you very much, and I shall see you next time. I think we'll leave today in the bar. There's Sinatra there. Perfect. Ciao for now.
Once again, infuriated the elders today by making quick work of a high-ranking advent field commander who made the mistake of crossing paths with our vigilant friends. According to eyewitness accounts, the admin officer's last words were, which means absolutely nothing to anyone.